Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the Nation of Conversation. I'm your boy Champ. Got my bro Grind Time in the building. What's happening with your fam?
What's going on with it?
Man. Emotion was high yesterday. A residential Raven fan, Shoes. His boys lost. We was gonna do a show last night, but emotion was high. It's a little, adult beverages going. We didn't want to get on here and get too out of pocket for the people. You know,
Right. Can't get too out of pocket because man, it was crazy yesterday. But I said it
uh,
though, man. I said it. I liked it, the Ravens. I ain't gonna lie. They was on my side, but what did I say? I said you can't count this guy out, Patrick Mahomes.
you can't do it,
You just
man.
can't. It's a reason why this dude has been to 4 Super Bowls in the last 5 years. A lot of people doubted Patrick Mahomes this year. Oh, he don't look the same. Man, that dude came in the playoff and shut everybody down. Shut all the critics up. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. I'm not mad at them.
Right. And crazy part about it was, they had a lot of issues. Was what they had a lot of drops, right? Coming to playoffs, the receivers ain't dropping no passes no more. Defense, defense, they played, man, they play out of their mind. That was the greatest defense I've seen against Lamar.
Especially they contained them real nice.
They did a hell of a job. Shouts out to the Kansas City defense, man. Y'all stepped up in a major way. I can't even deny that at all.
Nah, they showed up. They did that thing yesterday for real.
They absolutely did. And then there was turnovers. It was a hell of a performance by the Kansas City defense.
Yeah, they did their thing.
But there's a lot. Yeah. This is. What was you thinking when you seen this?
19 seconds to the 2-minute warning of the game. Mahomes will throw it. In the pocket, he's launching one long. Marquez Valdes-Scantling catches the ball at the Raven 30. Yeah! Marquez Valdes-Scantling saving the best for last. Yeah!
What was I thinking? That ball was up in the air for so long.
It was up in the air. I thought it was gonna be interception or knockdown or something. You're not supposed to let him catch that. The ball was hanging in the air. Grind.
Forever, that ball was forever in the air. I'm like, here we go. You know what? I thought he was gonna drop it because Valdes-Scantling, he had a lot of drop passes this year. So when he caught that ball, I was like, oh shit. He really just caught this ball. I was like, this is perfect movie ending right here.
I'm trying to tell you, and then people be like, oh, this is scripted. When they making these plays like this, you be like, okay, man, but it's like, wow, that was crazy. Like I said, since the playoffs started, receivers have been catching balls. I can't deny that. But that was the issue in the regular season.
Yeah, it was an issue for the Kansas City Chiefs. They were dropping the balls, but they was catching them yesterday.
Remember, I was just about to say. Remember, a few shows ago, we was like, listen, once you get in the playoffs, it's a different season. Things start.
It's a different season. Oh yeah, and that's one thing I said too. The Kansas City Chiefs record. Right, throw that out the window. The Chiefs are done. They don't look this good this year. Look at their record. Oh, they were struggling. Yeah, okay. Got to that playoffs and whooped everybody and shut everybody up. And that's why they're going to a Super Bowl. 4 of them in 5 years. Travis Kelce showed up. Isaiah Pacheco, he did his thing. Who else showed up? Taylor Swift showed up and helped them. They had help from all over the place, man. And I'm not taking.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she showed up and helped the offense too, in my opinion. But yeah, man, the Ravens. I don't know, man.
Okay, you know what's overreaction to things that happen in the NFL because there's so little games, so everything matters. But look what Playmaker had to say.
Point will cost you a game. I don't know. I love John Harbaugh. I love him. I think he's a hell of a coach. I think he's a hell of a coach. But to let Travis Kelce go 11 for 11, it's almost fireable.
Yeah.
Are you joking? It's Travis Kelce.
But see, this is where I got problems.
I don't care if I break my defense. I don't care if I break all the rules in my defense. You ain't gonna beat me. I'm going to see if the Kadarius Tonys, who they've had inactive, and all those guys, the Van Der Scantling, can you win a whole game? Not just make one play, but can you win a whole game? Because I'm taking Travis Kelce out. That blew my mind.
Like I say, he showed up and he showed out. Travis Kelce, you can't count him out either. They were talking about him. His year is down. But once again, playoffs is a different game.
Do you think that's fireable to let somebody go 11 for 11? You know that's going to be their major target. You ain't do no adjustment to.
Nah, Playmaker's overreacting. It's not fireable. I mean, Travis Kelce is a great all-pro tight end.
One of the greatest of all time.
The greatest of all time. He just came to play and he did his thing. So, there's nothing you could do about that. He just had a great game, catching every ball. Playmaker, he just overreacting. This is not fireable, It's just the defense couldn't stop him,
Yeah, he also had this to say about Lamar Jackson.
There were 10 offensive possessions by the Detroit Lions.
Wait a minute, playing the wrong clip. My bad. But basically, what he said was Lamar Jackson should have had 150 yards rushing. He was basically saying that Lamar he was too tentative in the pocket. He waited to rush too late. But when we was watching it from the get-go, I'm like, what type of game plan are they going? They're doing all this passing. I felt like they tried to prove a point with the scheme they was calling. Oh, he can't do it from the pocket and everything. I think they was trying to prove a point. You get what I'm saying? And it's like,
right.
I care about these critics. That don't matter. What makes you you? What makes you unique? And
I mean,
nobody's looking at that angle because I'm really looking at it because they're the number one rushing team in the league. You get on the biggest stage, everybody. That's all I say. Oh, he can't do it from the pocket. He can't do it from the pocket. He's not a good passer. He's not a great passer. He can't do it from the pocket. So now game plan comes in. They put him on this big stage. Oh, we're going to change our game plan up. We're going to drop him back over 80% of the play calling from the whole. We never ran. This is the most he's dropped back in his entire career. So that's how you know it's a drastic change. And you don't do that in the playoffs. It's going to come back to bite you in the ass every single time. This is the playoffs. Yeah. You do got you there.
So what are we calling this? A choke job?
I mean, you can say I can say there was some interception. That was bad, that interception.
Yeah, he was over. He looked at a little, like he was out of sync. I ain't gonna lie, Lamar Jackson was out of sync. He didn't look like the normal Lamar Jackson we seen. He was throwing the ball.
Yeah,
Zay Flowers. He was a couple passes to him that was overthrown, and he was wide open. He couldn't get him the ball. It just looked like he was kind of nervous on the field to me on the big stage.
And then, like I said, the defense played out of their mind. So on top of that,
the Raven defense was great. Think about it. They only held the Kansas City Chiefs to 3 points second half?
Yeah. They showed up. The
Yeah,
Ravens
so
defense showed
the
up.
defense was there. You can't blame the
Yeah,
defense was at all. The defense put
you
the
can't.
team on the back. It was just the offense couldn't get going.
Roquan was everywhere.
Yeah,
Him and
the Ravens
him and
defense,
they was
Ravens defense
every.
had an outstanding game. I can't even say nothing bad about that defense yesterday. They gave the offense plenty of times to go out there and try to tie the game or take the game lead, and they couldn't do it. So,
That's how I said. It's
but
just to the Kansas City.
Lamar Jackson was frustrated. Did you see when he slammed his hammer down? When I seen that right there, I was like, "Oh yeah,
Bro,
they got to him."
no. He knew that was a bad throw. It was a bad throw. You know what I'm saying. It's QBs when they trying to make something happen, they try to every now and then a QB squeeze one in there. They shouldn't. You know what I mean? That's just a part of the game. And then we get the helmet slamming and things like this. But I just think they went away from made them great, and it was to their demise to me.
Yeah, I don't know. So, what do you think the Baltimore Ravens should go from here?
I don't think they should change anything. I think they should keep doing what they were doing. They just made the wrong play. I don't know why why you get to the AFC Championship and then want to change up your game plan.
Yeah, they should stick with the same game plan.
Yeah.
I think they go with the same unit they got this year. I don't think they need to change up too much. It's a couple corrections they need to make, but as far as overall talent, the Ravens are good. It just the big stage got to them yesterday, and they couldn't complete the game, and it showed why. The Kansas City Chiefs are moving on. They're a better team, better experienced team, and they've been there before in that big stage. And it was just Lamar Jackson first time there in the Ravens with that squad, and they couldn't get it done.
And the thing is, it was a crazy stat that if you get the Ravens down by 10, they won't win. So that's something that they need to think about.
Yeah.
Something that you really need to think about. You get down by 10 and you can't win.
All right. Yeah, that's a crazy stat line there. But these trends, they seem to play a part in some of these games and some of these trends. You need to pay attention to them because I done seen a lot of trends and they actually mean something.
Yeah, they do. And a lot of people, I don't pay attention to that stuff like that. But that stuff matters.
You got to pay attention to that type of stuff.
It really does. You
really do.
Crazy. That stuff do matter. Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely do.
But this is what I want to ask you, Grind. Okay, so depending on so you already know what type of vitriol, what type of disrespect that Lamar Jackson already gets now. So it's going to be even on 10 next year coming into next year's season. So he's going to have to either get back to the AFC Championship or what next year.
Oh, he's definitely going to receive some criticism over this game, just the way he performed and the way he showed and played and it didn't complete the task and getting the win. But as far as coming in next year, I think he doesn't need to change anything up. Come in the next year, come into training camp, make your couple mistakes you did and correct everything and be Lamar Jackson. We all know what he's capable of doing when he's rolling. So just don't switch nothing up. It's just, I think the little jitters got to him this game. And I wouldn't say they were looking over the Kansas City Chiefs. It just, the big stage got to him. But far as coming in next year, just be the same. Don't switch nothing up because he's great. He's possibly going to win the MVP this year. So Lamar Jackson, just go in next year with a good head and see can y'all complete the task next year.
Yeah, but what do you say to the offensive coordinator if you Lamar Jackson and you come in and you just catching the plays from the sideline, and all of a sudden you're hearing all these dropbacks. Like, what are you doing in the meantime? Like, what are you saying if you Lamar? And all of a sudden, these play calls, you're getting these all back passes. There's no quarterback draw. They only ran 6 plays to the running backs, only 6 runs.
Wow.
Only 6 runs. Yeah. That's what people don't. That's why I was like, when we was watching the
Yeah,
game, me and shoot, what type of game plan is this? Like,
right. They
they're
need to
really
they need to establish the run game more than
they're really not
um
playing like they really went away from what made them great. And that's crazy. You don't do that. You know what I mean? It's like in the playoffs, you got to play the game by series. You got to shorten the game. What's gonna make me win right now? And what's gonna make me win right now is what's been making me win throughout the season.
throughout the season. And I don't know why they switched the game plan up.
I
Um
don't know.
they
That's
should have
like I
kept
said.
the same mentality, from week 1 to they got them here. Switching things up in the playoff, that was a bad
That
mistake.
is recipe. It's always a bad recipe, and you could ask even the NFL players; they will even say that. You don't switch
Yeah.
things up.
But I could point out a couple things why they lost that game. Zay Flowers, he had a couple that bad sports conduct. I mean conduct
Look,
a penalty flag. That was a bad flag. He should have
I'm
known
gonna say
better not to do that and stand over that player right there. That cost him right there. That was a touchdown. Then you turn the ball over right there. There was a couple things to point out right there why they didn't win the
right.
game. Then he fumbled in the end zone. So you can't blame everything on Lamar Jackson because those type of things are not his fault.
No, but I was gonna say real quick sidebar: NBA, NFL, that unsportsmanlike shit. Come on, man, y'all need to get that up out of here. Y'all taking raw emotion out the game. You see somebody get
Yeah,
banged on, yell, I can't yell. It's a technical foul, or like I said, somebody get mossed and I can't yell. I can't celebrate. That's a 15-yard penalty. Y'all got to get rid of that shit. But go ahead,
right.
continue.
Emotions run high in these players in the playoff, but standing over a player and spinning the ball and yelling over him
You know,
while he's on the ground, that's gonna draw a flag every time, though.
but I get what you're saying. But like, come on, they need to chill out with that, man. Like,
Yeah, yeah. The game is too soft nowadays. I do agree with that. I definitely agree with that one. Like toughen up. This is what the fans want to see. They
right?
don't want to see no.
Okay,
Oh, let's catch the ball. I just had a big play. Let me hurry up and run back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, thank you. No,
yeah,
you want to sit there and flex, taunt. I understand that.
yeah,
Your emotions
yeah.
are running hot.
Like I said, the people that make these rules have never competed probably a day in their life for shit. And it seemed like the way these dumbass people, like you never been in no competition before. You couldn't have, or you wouldn't understand it.
Yeah.
You would understand it. You really would. Yeah, you would absolutely understand it. And then you know why people get pissed off. You call them taunting technicals or 15-yard personal flag,
Hey, just like
personal
you said,
foul flags. Like, come on, man.
half of these referees, the majority of these referees never actually probably played the game of football.
Or like you said, the competition committee on in either league, any of the major leagues that's making these player conduct codes. Like you never even played. You don't even know how it feels. Like that might
Yeah.
motivate the players. Oh, something happened to him. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna make a spectacular play on the defensive side. Or like if somebody do something on the defensive side, that's gonna make the offensive side go even harder. Or we can be emotional out here and they gotta worry about the referees trying to be in the game. And that's what it is too. A lot of people they just want to be in the limelight now. Just like especially I've seen that now in the NBA, especially. Uh,
Yeah.
they're throwing all the stuff. Everybody's getting tossed out technicals left and right, left and right. Throw every other night I hear one of the start getting thrown out for a bad no call or bad. It's like because the ref, you know how I feel about the officiating in the last few years.
Oh
It's
yeah, these
just
refs they definitely like cupcakes for real.
pure
They're throwing these
shit.
flags or blowing a whistle on these little
Pure,
like
it's like
just
it's
like a
like we
little
got
motion celebrations. Like, come on, man! Like, pick that damn flag up. Why you giving me a technical on this? Like, that's weak as hell. You know, like I can't,
it's
I
really weak.
can't,
This
I can catch a big long play and get up and flex, or I can get
Right.
a breakaway
Like,
dunk and a windmill dunk without me flexing and yelling. I got to be a tech. Nah, that's BS there. So yeah, I do agree. These referees need to, you know,
because you know,
toughen
you
up
in the
on these
gym, you
on some of these calls.
like, come on, it's too soft. It's too soft.
Yeah, that's hella soft. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, right there, that I seen that play in the Ravens Chief game. That kind of cost him right there, that penalty right there, because I think he caught that ball. He was like at the 14 or 15-yard line and moved him back 15 yards. So, and of
But
course, what happened, the turnover. So straight BS.
like you said, he made a young receiver mistake. Stop stretching out. These NFL
Right.
cornerbacks,
Yeah.
you see that receiver extend, you slap it out. Like I said, this you got to be smart. You got to be smart because everybody else on the field is just as smart or smarter than you. You're in the top percentile of your ability, so you can't come out there playing. This is not like when you was in high school, college. You knew you was the best player on the field, like at all times. This is the NFL. Everybody was the
Yep.
best player on until they got there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it
Yep. I agree.
was something. But then, like you said, this
But
you got to learn. It could be his welcome to the NFL moment. Like, look, you already had the first down. You should just got down. It was gonna punch it right in on the next play. Down by
right.
3. Whole different ball game. Whole another dynamic to the game. You know, could have swung momentum back in your way, but no. And I understand. He was trying to make a play, and that's why I understand what he was trying to do. I really do, but like at the same time, you got to understand the magnitude of the situation that you're in. Like you
Right. He
can't
should
just
have better awareness of that game.
you
He should
can't
have just got up and just walked to the line of scrimmage and be like, all right, big play what we
you
was
got the
looking
first
for, not get
right.
up and flex over a player, don't spin the ball. So I blame that on, like you say, a young wide receiver. His emotions got to him and cost him a penalty and it cost him a turnover. So
Unfortunately, it was immaturity. Unfortunately, like I said, Zay
yeah,
Flowers, he's a good player, but hopefully he learned from a situation like that. But like I said, I agree with you, Brian. Lamar, he did miss a few plays. The receivers, Aguilar, a few times I've seen up the sideline, had the receiver beat. And, it was just a few overthrows, unfortunately. But the Kansas City, like I said, I can't even say it much more. The defense was just they played out of their mind. You know what I mean?
all
It was just it's the best defensive game I've seen them play besides the last game. And then they just keep getting better each game. So I could already know they're gonna be on 10 when they come to the Super Bowl. But we'll talk about Brock
yeah,
Purdy next. But yeah, but like
yeah. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. They moving on, and
I don't
we
know if
all know.
we got any Ravens fan watching it, or do you think the game plan was just terribly called? I really do because I really think that I don't know that Tom Connolly, whatever his name is, he changed up the game plan. I know if Greg Roman was still in there, y'all would have been running the ball. Lamar Jackson would have been running all over the place. But to me, I just think they was trying to prove a point. Like, because like I was stating, like, he's not a pocket passer. He can't do it from the pocket. And you know how people with their egos get, especially on this high level. You know what I mean? Everybody's perfectionists. They want to prove this and that. Oh, I can be this and that. Because how narratives always be getting spun. But
Mm-hmm.
man, I really think they had a chance to do it. It was just unfortunate, and then you can't make mistakes on Pat. You can't do it. Same thing
You
like with
can't.
Brady. You can't make any mistakes. You just can't because it's gonna come back to haunt you no matter what.
It's gonna come back and haunt
I mean,
you. Damn
these guys are
sure is.
just it's no matter if ball gets tipped, interception, no matter what happens, you just can't let these
Yeah,
type of things happen.
just can't. But like I say, Ravens go in the off season, clear your head, figure out where y'all can go from here, and Hopefully, y'all learn from this game and move on. But Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers, I don't know. It's going to be a good one. Definitely going to be a good one. But let's get to these San Francisco 49ers, though. Hey.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that, but I had a couple more questions that I had wanted to ask you about. So okay, considering, like you said, Pat, he's going back to his fourth Super Bowl in 5 years. In your mind, has he already surpassed Brady, or is he equal, or Brady's still the GOAT, or how do you feel? And you don't. It's no wrong answer because it's your opinion, but I'm just asking.
Oh, yeah.
What's your opinion? Yeah.
I'm going to say it like this. Patrick Mahomes, he's a young, great talent. Brady is still a GOAT, in my opinion, but Patrick Mahomes, he's coming. He's right behind him. Uh, 4 Super Bowls in 5 years. He already won 2 of them. Possible another one
some
this
people
year.
already. So yeah, that's why I was. Yeah, some people.
Nah, he. I mean, he's not Brady. He's better than him. He's still a GOAT. But I would say Patrick Mahomes, he's not far behind him. Talent wise, he's right there up there with Brady. But I'm about to put Brady in front of him. He has a slight edge over Patrick Mahomes, but once again, Patrick Mahomes, he is right there. He right there. So the sky's the limit for Pat.
So you saying you still got Brady, but Pat got the potential to surpass that in your mind?
Yes, exactly. Brady's still above him, but Patrick Mahomes, he's right behind him. He's right behind him. He has potential to be great or the greatest all time.
Okay. Anybody out there checking this out? Who y'all got? Do y'all got Brady or Mahomes as GOAT? Or in what order? Or do you got Montana, whoever, whatever QB you got as your GOAT? Let us know. You want to come up here, chop it up with us? Link down there in the comment section. You want to come rock with the nation tonight? Holler at us. But yeah, Brian, I don't know, man. That dude Mahomes is something else. You can't. You see when they was trying to sack him, we had to spin, ballerina movement, coming up doing great. Like, man, that dude out here doing like, man.
He's doing some amazing shit on this field, and it's crazy that he's still going. He's still going, and like I say, he's young and
Like,
can't see the Chiefs. They put it this way: if Andy Reid has the desire to keep coaching, or the
they
Chiefs,
could go.
they could get multiple Super Bowls.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think, you got it, Andy. But Andy said he ain't even thinking about retirement. He ready to go. So I'm glad to hear that because keep them together. Kansas City, don't do nothing stupid. Even if you have a down year, maybe have a one and done. Don't try to rush and fire. No, keep this together because this is dynamic duo right here. Reid and Mahomes. Whoo, man.
Yeah, that's a hell of a duo. Like I say, Belichick, Brady 2.0. Man, once again, if they could keep that core together and Andy Reid got the desire to coach, man, they're gonna be a hell of a team.
Shouts out to you, Andre Brown. What's going on with you? Tom Brady still has, but Patrick Mahomes ain't far away. I believe in a couple of years he will definitely be better than Tom. You know what? We agree. Yeah, we basically agreeing with you, Andre. Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, like dude got it. Dude got it for sure, definitely. Like I said, he's doing amazing on the field. Game, I'll be sitting here like, you think about to go there? He just keep doing just crazy stuff. it's like it's hard to describe. Like this dude is just
Right. When he be doing all this stuff on the field, it's like his jaw dropping. Like, what? He just did that? Like, man,
right.
like he just got that pass. And like when he be side orming and shit, it just be like, damn, man, that boy good.
Yeah, but Dre, what's going on? What's your team? Are you a Niner fan? You a Raven fan? Is your team in and out? My team been down. You know, my team was done in 4 plays. I'm a Jets fan. My team was done.
Yeah.
My
The
team
season was over. The season was over before it started, type shit.
It was over before we started, man. Oh man, it was over before
Damn,
it started.
motherfucker ain't even get a good cheer in.
Man, but yeah, that's crazy. Oh, the Chiefs. Oh, okay, but yeah, okay. So yeah, man. So you know, y'all got that boy. I hope y'all don't ever break up Reid and Mahomes, man. I wish y'all still could have had Eric Bieniemy. That's the trio right there. Keep that offense was crazy together. But they were talking about, and he was open to it. So if they can work that out, reunite that's gonna be great for y'all too. Even better. Like,
Yeah,
man,
Eric B can come back, man. That's gonna be a hell of a ooh-wee. They're gonna be back on point. That's gonna be scary right there to get Eric B back. And if Travis Kelce has the desire to play, because I did hear it, he might want to be hanging it up real soon and follow the footsteps of his brother.
Yeah, because that hitting is different at those different positions. The hitting is different.
Yeah.
Right. I know younger brother, but that getting hit is a whole nother thing, That tight end getting hit. Yeah.
Oh, that tight end, yeah, you got a lot to do. You block a whole bunch of shit. So tight end, that's a hell of a position to play. It just ain't about going out for passes and catching screen passes and all this. Yeah, you got to block and take some hits on that line too.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we can get into this next game. Like you said, how these narratives have spin. Remember Ryan Clark last week? He was all, I can't stand. I gotta keep talking about Brock Purdy in the same conversation with Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen and all these other elite quarterbacks. Look how things have changed. Look how he switch up. Check this out.
Right when the lights come on at the club at 2 a.m., all of your imperfections show. The people who are the most confident are the ones who are the most self-aware. Yeah. Brock Purdy was self-aware in the second half. Brock Purdy was 13 for 16, 174 yards. He rushed for 49 yards. Going into the Super Bowl now, he's accounted for 74% of the San Francisco 49ers offense. Yeah. You know who's closest to him? Patrick Mahomes, the person that he's playing. Brock Purdy said to himself, I'm going to revert back to what I know. And what I know is, if he's open, I can hit him. What I know is, if it's not open, my legs can get me a first down. What I also know is, I know where everybody on this field is going to be. I know that my skilled players can make plays, and I am going to give them opportunities to do so. Yeah. Here is what Brock Purdy did, in my opinion. What Brock Purdy did was separate himself from Tua Tagovailoa. He separated himself from Dak Prescott. He separated himself from Justin Herbert. He separated himself from Kirk Cousins. All of these people can put up numbers. The things that will echo in the eternity of football is what you do at this time of the year. Yeah. How you stack up.
Ain't that what we've been saying? So why keep hating on this man? It don't matter. Okay, let him do it. If he's not messing up, so what was all the what was the pre-hate for? What was all the pre-hate for? He already
He's a pre-hate. He done jumped on the train now. He riding. He riding now. Choo choo. He riding him now. He like, oh man, this dude got the potential to be great. Man, I've been seeing Brock Purdy being nice. That's a hell of a win for the San Francisco 49ers. Great comeback. I mean, 2 games in a row, they was down like that, and they pulled it off, man. That's a hell of a win by them,
I call him Brock Sturdy. because he be
And
sturdy.
Mark Sturdy, huh?
Yeah, I call him Brock Sturdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't take my shit. Brock, I'm gonna make a t-shirt, make it to you. But yeah, Brock Sturdy. That's what I call.
Brock Purdy, he like, you know what he's saying? Show me the money. Show me the money. Because he's well deserved of it,
Yeah, I'm not even gonna
You know.
lie. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he deserved. I mean, pay that boy his money. Restructure that contract ASAP because San Francisco found him a franchise quarterback for sure.
Look, let me show you something. I'm just gonna show you something real quick. That's why I was trying to tell people, like, you check. Okay, tell me, are these game manager stats right here, Brian? Are these game manager stats? People out there, you out there, are those game manager stats? Those are elite quarterback stats to me.
Oh yeah, that's elite level right there.
That don't look like, oh, he just managing the game. It looks like he was slinging that thing, right?
Yeah, he was out there doing his thing. That second half, he put that team on his shoulders and he got the W for them. He was slinging the ball like he was saying. It was 13 for what? 16, 17 and
16. Yeah. 200.
Yeah,
200
so great game management to get them back in the game.
He showed,
and he actually
people
come out with the W. Yeah. So
a lot of people are this is what Acho said about Dan Campbell. I like to call him Dan Gamble because he gambled with y'all future. But we're gonna get into that after we play these couple clips. But no, you know what? We're gonna play what Dan Campbell had to say first. Then we'll play what Emmanuel Acho had to say.
Sometimes you can only say so much. You got to live it, unfortunately. You got to get your heart ripped out, which we did. And it's a lesson learned. And look, I told those guys, this may have been our only shot. Do I think that? No. Do I believe that? No. However, I know how hard it is to get here. I'm well aware. And it's going to be twice as hard to get back to this point next year than it was this year. That's the reality. And if we don't have the same hunger and the same work, which is a whole nother thing, once we get the off season, then we got no shot of getting back here.
And I was saying that too. People talking about, oh, they could be
definitely
back
in
next
line.
year. Yeah,
It's definitely going to be tough next year because that division, shoot, the Packers are up and coming, and depending on what the Bears do with Justin Fields, that's an up and coming team. So I don't know. This might have been their only chance this year, in my opinion, because that NFC going to be pretty stacked next year, and their division going to be loaded. So yeah, it just sucks because they had the game in their hand. It just, like you say, Dan Gamble, man, poor game management. I mean,
yeah, we call him Dan Gamble.
Right.
Well, yeah, look. What Macho had to say. Then we
So basically, he's saying is they took too much time to possess the ball, and yeah, I agree with what he was saying there. I mean, it's too long holding that ball.
That was 6 points right there. We were saying that they would have won. There was points on the board they gave up, but I don't understand it. I don't know. Any Detroit fans is watching, let us know in the comments if you feel like Dan gambled y'all future away. I think I agree with Playmaker on what he said. Like, you play a certain way in the regular season, okay, but when you get to this game like this, you got to play to win each possession, baby. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, once again, it's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new, you got there because you had a great regular season, but when you're in the playoffs, it's 0-0. New season. You got to come in these games with the hunger, the desire, the fight to win these games to get to where you want to go. You can't come in these games and slop it up and do all this hard work for the beginning of the season and just to blow it away like that. So yeah, Detroit Lions, yeah, you got to point the finger somewhere. And where are we gonna point it? Dan Gamble.
Because he definitely gambled it away.
Yeah.
That for sure. I don't. Yeah, that was bad.
But that was bad. That was another bad one. He up by 17. I don't know what these teams do, man. Like, you get up by these points in the playoff, you see some of the players on the sideline waving their hands, waving to the fans, bye-bye, and all that shit. All that shit backfired on y'all. Y'all, man, get too comfortable with these leads and give it up. Like, come on now. You gotta play the game to that clock says zeros on that clock. You just can't go out there and just loosen up because you up by 17, especially that type of caliber of team with San Francisco 49ers. You just can't do it because you know what they're capable of doing. And I think a lot of players, you know, I think that league got over their head and they were like, okay, we got a nice little lead. And y'all just folded. You know, better team came off top. They played the full game until that clock said zero. And that's why the San Francisco 49ers are moving on. And that's why y'all going home, packing your bags, scratching your heads, wondering what y'all did wrong and why we're not going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
I don't understand the risking it like that. You can't risk the biscuit like that. You know,
you just can't.
Too hectic.
You can't.
Yeah. So you just take the points. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still scratching my head over some of that play calling, that decision making. Like,
yeah,
if I was the offensive coordinator, I'm like, nah, man. Like, I don't know how that would work in it. Look, like, man, we got to run this field goal unit out there. Nah, we're gonna override the coach on this one. We would have had to do something. Like, nah, coach.
Right. Then
we kicking the ball.
And then Detroit Lions, they fumbled the ball real late in the game, you know, left a couple points on the board, like you say. So turnovers and offensive mistakes cost them the game because they did leave a bunch of points on their board. And, you know, so I don't know. It's just.
And the look on some of them players' faces, like they didn't want to go for it on the fourth down. What I seen, it was a few player faces that didn't agree with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, come on, man, like that's ridiculous. Y'all up. You letting them, you giving them, you letting them in the door.
Yeah, it did. We all know what happened, so mistakes cost them the game and cost them to go to the big game. So simple as that. Great win, San Francisco 49ers.
yeah, but hopefully or this y'all not having a one and done season and y'all go back to y'all losing ways, because that would be right. Y'all, you know.
Right, because we know Detroit's been awful for plenty of years.
So Dan gamble.
And y'all was right there.
Just don't gamble in the playoffs. You can't gamble in the playoffs. Not in the playoffs. Or not in the.
You almost gotta. You almost gotta play a perfectional game to just, you know, move on to the next round. And like I say, mistakes and turnovers cost them.
Yeah, I'm doing what's working on this series and this play. Because that's what it's all about. That's most definitely what it's all about. I don't. Bad. Detroit fans, I know y'all sick to y'all stomach right now. Know y'all was riding high on this play calling type of style for the season. but that just don't work in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
don't work. I don't know. Like they say, they can say everything's scripted. They had the teams they wanted to see in the playoff. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't want to see a hood Super Bowl, Detroit versus Baltimore. Who knows,
What
man? It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot of threes out there. I done heard.
the Bay in Kansas City, that's hood too. What they talking about? Like that's like
Hey, you know what?
okay.
The crazy thing about it, I just seen a poll where they said what would be the two best teams to fit in the first Vegas Super Bowl. And then sure enough, it said the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Because in Vegas, it's a lot of Chiefs fans. And, most definitely it's a lot of
Yeah,
San Francisco 49er fans out this way. So I don't know. It's just a lot of theories going out there. They
yeah,
got these teams and here who
we in
they
Vegas.
wanted. So,
We in Vegas, but yeah. So it's gonna be crazy out here. We're gonna try to get some footage. We're gonna try to get as close as we can, but we ain't got no $45,000 for no tickets. I'm gonna just keep that thing 1,000 out. Yeah, they going crazy for that. Anybody that got in that building, salute to you. But yeah, yeah, you got some paper, you in there. I ain't even gonna lie to
oh,
you.
yeah. It's going to be a crazy next 2 weeks out here in Vegas. It's going down.
And I'm here for it. I'm here for
Yeah.
it.
We're going to try to get as close as possible for y'all out there, too.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I stay right here about it. I stay like 10 minutes away, not even 10 minutes away from the stadium. So hopefully we can get in close, but the police gonna be having it sold up. We're gonna see what we can do.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be crazy out here. Anyway. Yeah, man. Oh, grind. Did you see? Got our ass tore up again tonight by the Rockets. You see what we talk about?
Yeah.
You want to play your hearts out.
Like I say, you play your lights out against the great teams. But I don't know. The Rockets are quote unquote not a bad team this year, but still though, you got embarrassed. I mean, you let Dylan Brooks, the villain, beat y'all again. I mean, that's just crazy. I don't know what's up with the Lakers, but yeah, they need to hurry up and do something because the time's ticking on that.
AD didn't play though, so I expected them to get their ass whooped, but not by like that.
Not by like that. I mean, they still had enough quote unquote players out there capable to beat the Houston Rockets, though.
Yeah, that's bad, real bad.
But we'll see what's trade deadlines coming up. So we'll see what type of moves they do, if they pull any moves.
But Lakers said today they only willing to trade Austin Reeves for a clear-cut All-Star. I said, well, here we go again with this. Here we go again with this shit. Like what was the other day they called him on these damn near untouchable.
Yeah, he's an untradeable player. But once again, like I say, if a great player come along and you got to pull that move, I don't see why not. Austin Reeves very tradable.
Yeah, with that. Yeah, they keep talking like, yeah, they want they said a clear cut All-Star. Like how so y'all think, okay, so Lakers are basically saying they think Austin Reeves as the real like what they think he's like a real number one option that he can be on another team.
All right. I mean, he's a good player. Like I say, he's not a superstar. None. He's just a basic role player. So with that being said, yeah, his ass is tradable. I don't know what they think they could get for him. You're gonna have to throw in a couple players with Austin Reeves to pull off a package to get a star player.
And other trade rumors today, they was talking about Donovan Mitchell and Zach LaVine trade with the Cavs and the Bulls. Those are two lateral movements. That's a dumb trade for both teams. Like y'all just basically swapping almost the same player. Like for what?
Yeah.
Think on that? You think they should just hold up? The Bulls, y'all stuck with that Zach LaVine contract. I don't know. Cavs, y'all be silly and take that if you want, but I wouldn't do it if I was the Cavs. I wouldn't do it. I need something better than that. And they still, but Quinn Snyder, he don't want the Hawks. He's trying to keep. He was been lobbying to keep DeJounte Murray. So that's another thing that's been holding up trade things with him too, because Quinn Snyder want to keep him over there. I don't think they was talking about him over there with the Lakers. I don't think that wasn't a game changer anyway either. So it's like leave that where it be. But the deadline's coming up. You think the Warriors gonna make any moves, or do you think they even have any trade value to make anything? Or you think they'll probably try to move on off play, or what? What would you do? Can you hear me, Grind? Oh. Yeah. So this trade season, it's not too intriguing for me. I don't really see that. No, I can't hear you. I can hear you. It sounds some noises, but I can't hear you talk. I think they might just go out and come back in. I can bring you back. Try that. Yeah, it looks like Brian having a little technical difficulties real quick. But yeah, Lakers. I don't really see too many around the league. Really, it's like looking real dry right now. I don't see somebody who's really available to like make any big splashes on any team. Really, to me, there's always those underdog picks that you don't know about.
Yo.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, some little technical difficulties was going on there. But what was the question though?
Yeah, I was saying. Well, to me, what I was just saying, I was like, the trade market right now, to me, is looking real dry. Like, I don't even really see around the league who could potentially go anywhere and like make anything shake up with the players that's available. But what you think about that? I don't. It's looking dry to me.
Right. I don't see any. I don't see like a clear cut player like that's going to get traded. The names we're hearing are like, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young. Those are about like the two best ones out there. But I don't see a team that's going to pick either of them players up. I mean, the Lakers will be nice to pick one of them players up, but once again, who are they going to give up? The untradeable player? No. We'll see what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks because the trade deadline is definitely coming up soon. But I'm very interested to see where some of these players land, or if any major moves be made.
Yeah, like I said, I doubt it. But like the Warriors, they're saying they testing the market with Chris Paul and Andrew Wiggins, but I don't know. They've been testing the market, and I don't see any potential buyers so far. Like, who want Chris Paul right now? His hand broke. Andrew Wiggins, he just had a good game the other day against the Lakers, but he's been struggling. He's been playing.
Yeah, he's been struggling. That's crazy though. Once again, like D'Angelo Russell, you hear your name in these trade rumors, and all of a sudden you could play again. Andrew Wiggins, he's one of them type of players because he was playing like shit all year, and it just didn't seem like the same Andrew Wiggins from last year and 2 years ago when they won the championship. But Chris Paul,
yeah,
I don't see any value in that trade of getting him because he's an aging player. He's an aging player right now. So Warriors, I think the Warriors should just ride out what they got and just try to practice on the defense because they having flashes of last year's team and the championship team. They just can't close the game out and just no defense. So we'll see what happens with them too.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, Brian, that's it for the night, dog. We appreciate everybody rocking with us tonight. First time, go ahead, hit that subscribe. We taking out the content. Make sure you catch us every day. I'm gonna keep hitting y'all every day we can. Look, this is I Am Champ, my dog, Brian Time, and we are the Nation of Conversation. And remember, when you see that B, you know it's we. We out.
Holla, outro.